Hi there, you're with English Coach, and I'm Simon, and I'm here to talk to you today about getting it done. One of the things that I notice in myself quite often, but everybody else as well, is the fact that we all have at least one thing we need to do, but we put it off. The first question could be, why do we put it off? Well, there can be many reasons for that, but the biggest one is usually it's outside your comfort zone. Now, in my previous videos, I've talked a lot about comfort and pain. We naturally go for comfort because it's something we're conditioned to. It's something that we usually associate with positive things and with the meaning of life. Being comfortable and enjoying free time, easy times, and no complications or difficulties. What that actually does to a human being over time is make them incredibly weak and docile, and in the long term gives them a result of incredible pain over time. Not really incredible intense pain in one sitting, so to speak, but incredible intense pain over 1 or 2 years or 5 years or 6 years. So my rule is like this: face your pain and be the king of it, or let your pain come to you and face you, and it will be the king of you. Now that's my basic quote for today, but my main message for today is about going out and getting it, or doing what you need to do this month, this week, and maybe today. One of the things that I notice in myself when I have something like this to do is there is a high level of discomfort, but we can label that discomfort as discomfort, physical discomfort, because it makes us feel physically uncomfortable to do that thing, or mental or emotional discomfort. So it's hard to think about that thing, or it's hard to feel that thing. Now, these concepts are really important for you to internalize right now and say to yourself, what right now in my life has me stopped because I feel emotionally uncomfortable, I feel mentally uncomfortable, I feel physically uncomfortable about doing that thing, that one thing that could produce a really positive outcome for myself. When you're not growing, you're slowing down in your life. When you're slowing down, you're getting less and less. I've met people who spend 90% of their time making excuses and 10% doing things. They didn't get there because of their personality. They got there, well, partly because of their personality, but they got there through their habits by continuing to make excuse after excuse after excuse instead of doing. If that is who you are today, if you are making a lot of excuses about your life today, and you're not taking action on anything, and you've found someone to blame for all of your problems, well, I would say that you have become king at sabotaging your life. Nobody else's life, your life. Blaming others is the worst, terrible, sick disease that I know of. There's only one person really responsible for your life, and that is you. And you could make another excuse now, say, oh, well, I'm 16, I don't know everything, and my mom, my mother, and my father are still responsible for my life. This is really just partially true. And there are so many things that you need to experiment out there that are not life-threatening, that are not going to kill you, And you don't need your parents' permission for all of those things. For some of those things you do. It's the same when you're extremely old and you say, well, I'm too old now. I can't actually get out of my wheelchair to do something. So I do absolutely nothing. So you don't even read the paper. No, how can I go to the store and get the paper? You understand, but by making these excuses and insisting on these excuses, you create a different kind of life for yourself, a completely limited and comfortable life, where you get very little in terms of development and growth, and you get a lot in terms of frustration and negativity. And, well, along the way, you get more discomfort than if you were out there fighting for something more. If you're out there rolling your wheelchair to the paper place where you can get your newspaper or your magazine, or going out there and taking courses online that you're interested in, you know, as a teenager. Everybody needs to go out and get what they want to make their life better. You can say, wait a minute, Simon, I don't know what it is that would make my life better. But actually, there's a part that could say, for example, well, maybe you don't know what would make your life better, but you could know what would make your day better, what would make your week better, and what would make your month better. And this video today is about those things. How can you make your day better? How can you make your week better? If you want a better job with higher pay, how are you going to ask for a promotion or look for another job without falling into the old situation that you are in now? What do you have to change for that to happen? What do you need to question about yourself? What behavior are you repeating? So why don't we just stop here and think about, what aren't you getting? What aren't you going after because it takes you out of your comfort zone, or it challenges one of your sitting beliefs? Remember, action is going to create different opportunities for you. Sitting on your arse and making excuses is going to create zero opportunities for you. Have a great week. Internalize this. Think about what you can do today, this week, this month, to improve your life, to get something for you, to go out and get it. Go out and do that thing that you're afraid to do, okay? Thank you.